The aim of RACE is to examine the effects of a new emerging infectious disease in European amphibian populations. We have identified a chytrid fungus which is spreading aggressively from other parts of the world and is causing catastrophic declines in some European amphibian populations. The disease was first detected in Spain, north of Madrid. Now we are studying it in Switzerland, in England and in France. In the Pyrenees, Dr. Dirk Schmeller and his collaborators at RACE are working on mountain populations of amphibians to study the effects of the pathogen.
Hello, bonjour, guten Tag, I'm Dirk Schmeller. I'm researcher for the CNRS here in Molise and part of the RACE project, which is financed by Biodiversa. I will explain you a little bit about chytridiomycosis, an amphibian disease, and its impact on the amphibian diversity in Europe. So he will take now a sample from the skin, kind of. By scratching over the skin, he will detect or he will get all of the zoospores into the small cotton, and afterwards we close the swab, and it's a dry swab, so there's nothing to add. The DNA will stay fine with this kind of swab for 6 to 9 months. Well, RACE is not running for a long time, it's 1 year now. So it started at the 1st of March 2009 officially. So that's when the Biodiversa funding was available to the different partners. And since then we have done monitoring of all the populations of Alytes in our environment, in our closer region. We have done the analysis of over roughly 4,000 samples, only in the Pyrenees. So there's plenty of more coming in from other parts which we analyze in addition.
So here we are in the animal housing place, which has been financed entirely by the Biodiversa project. And we wish to investigate the impact of the disease, of the chytrid disease, not only if the disease kills individuals, but also if the disease can prevent animals to breed properly or breed as well as if they would not be sick.
The RACE people in general, we are always out in the field during spring, summer and early autumn. As we are always a small group of 4 to 5 doing some strange rituals around ponds, it's of course interesting for people to ask us what are we doing. And we always use this opportunity to explain to people what we do, why we do it, what chytridiomycosis is, and why our work is really important. So for the moment, RACE focuses the sampling efforts, the monitoring efforts on the amphibians in the countries of the different partners. Which means there is a major focus in France, because here we detected chytridiomycosis in the Pyrenees, detected by Jaime Bosch and Matthew Fisher. There's a lot of work going on in Spain, there's work going on in England, and of course there's also some work in Germany. It's definitely very important that we can cover the whole of Europe, in the west and in the east. And well, we have first results, we have first patterns, we are still collecting environmental data on tourist movement, on fishing and so on, so that we later on can relate the spatial pattern we find in the infection with other parameters.
Thanks to Biodiversa, the work of RACE has shown that the pathogen has been introduced into Eastern European countries, and that is likely going to cause effects on amphibian biodiversity there. Our wider work is to understand what these disease-driven losses in amphibian biodiversity might have on the wider biodiversity of this region, in other animals, in other plants, and eventually impacts onto humans.